streets a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Yeah, at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Let's go, defense.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7. Newton incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
from the gun. Here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Come on, D. Switch. Hey, quick. Check 24. Wide, get wide. Switch.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
There's not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They fake the give. Newton. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cook on the toss left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They run. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
20.
Now Cook. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 3, Giants 0.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Newton. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23.
Of 16 yards.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Newton now to throw. Going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Down and the 11.
Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Joe Judge going to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
John Brown on
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It's 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 51.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
20.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Westbrook now on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
49-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run it again with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Basham tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Gun.
Check 9, check 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
10 at the 31-yard line.
48. Kill, turn up. Check. SOS.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Safe. Flare. Watch the
Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
big series right here. We got to step it up. Undercrush.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. at the 32-yard line.
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Running on first down, Eckler down to the 25. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Again, it's Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The tackle made by Rayshon Jenkins. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Cook. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second and goal, Newton, that's complete, right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Cam Newton. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Giants 17. Broncos 10. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Fresno. You go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Antonio Gibson.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here is Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Ball carrier.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Open man is Winfrey. And he'll head out of bounds downs inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's third and goal. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running. They aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Watch the twist. I got 48. Gun. In your face.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. A great open field tackle that's going to stop it shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, still a one-possession game. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is going to be recovered in the end zone. And he's got a Super Bowl touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58.
First throw in overtime for Newton. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Shoot. Run. Safety's creeping.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Broncos, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.